The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Breeze now on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Come on. First and 10.
On first down, Breeze. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Breeze. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Fitzpatrick. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Apple, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Breeze. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Nope, it doesn't even get there. Well, short, and this will remain a scoreless game. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rosen, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rosen, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown ground, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they...
1st and 10. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Rosen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Laird. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Now Rosa, and he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't.
Now Breeze lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, 59 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 9-yard touchdown there as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Rosen looking to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On first down, Laird. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down now, Laird. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet. All the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
They do not score, fellas. They do not score.
Sanders on for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light.
Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up. On second down, Laird, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught by Davis. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Breeze now to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Mike spot forward. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
They'll run on 1st down. Laird. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And now it's Rosen looking. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Clive Walford there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
56.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. Flushed out right. He's got it to Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As his guys continue to pour it. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable. Even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rosen. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Let's put up or shut up time defensively. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Now Breeze, looking deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Breeze going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, second and 10. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara, 30 yards. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the punt team is out there. It's not fourth down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's third down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory, but he will not make. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. It's a short kick taken near the 18.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. To throw is Rosen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And the punt team is out there. It's not 4th down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. 2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing they were both just a little bit puzzled here. They had a lot of success on the ground this drive, but they went away from it here, and it'll wind up costing them. I know it's hard to really blame them. If you see defenses starting to stack the box, it's a good time to go to the air. But on the flip side, if you're having success, why not keep running it?
Sanders' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A throw over the middle, taken in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
5-9. Check, 55, Mike. Okay, double up.
On first down, Breeze. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked up, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he'll let it. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 40 yards. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. On the the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Breeze now to throw. Again has it complete.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find...
And look at this, another fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. Breeze now on first down. This is caught by Gill. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre first down calls in the history. And this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Breeze now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, this has just been obviously a oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go! Let's go!
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Shotgun now for Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Breeze. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
11.
Here's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now it's Rosen looking. And Wilson has it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. He's going to fire one. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 53 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing now is Breeze. He'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. Now Breeze. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Breeze to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Breeze now. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Push him back.
Bree's going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. Ted Ginn's gonna go. 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, 79 yards, and the Saints get a bit closer. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for two here. They're going to keep it on the ground.